Welcome to Perpetual Backlog Podcast, the gaming podcast catered for you to listen and get through that pesky backlog of yours. With hosts like Aqua, I have no idea what I'm doing, Dalit Duskwhite,
Come for the games, stay for my friends trying to kill me with their horrible puns.
and Leek Whipple.
Hey, this is Leek coming at you with a funny one-liner that I've been ordered to record, but the joke is I can't think of anything, so yeah, finger guns, pew pew, totally cool.
Alright kids, did you play anything this week?
Yeah, funny enough, actually, I played a game that wasn't Genshin. I'm proud of myself.
Me too.
Yeah, for like 2 days I played Hades, because I hadn't played it since the 1.0 release.
Oh, we actually have Hades. Oh.
Yeah, I've owned it since it was in, I guess, beta. I picked it up pretty early on. Well, I think when the very first week it dropped, I picked it up.
Oh, I see.
And I played it for like 2 weeks, and then I stopped because it wasn't finished. Needless to say, they've come a long way since.
Yeah.
All right, and since you have this...
Nyx has a model. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, I remember
you
you
didn't
talking
before.
about that, yeah.
She used to be full on in a potato sack. So now she looks fantastic.
You know my favorite character
Yes.
from Hades is?
Dusa.
Yes. Damn. You're getting all these one shot guesses today.
Oh wait, hold on, I'm right.
Yeah.
All right.
Dude,
Unless you just want to, who's the most ridiculous character you can think of offhand?
dude, Dusa's too cute.
She's adorable. She tries very hard.
Now it's one of those games that I can't get right now, but I do want to play because it looks so good and the animations are amazing.
It is. I don't know about the animation aspect of it. They're good. They're nothing to write home about. The storytelling is phenomenal.
Really? The
The
2D
art-
animations I saw from the game were amazing.
I mean, it's like it's
From
Ba-
in-game
basic.
or for their actual.
Well, as I said, I haven't played the
promotional.
game, but the promotional...
The promotional work was wonderful.
Yeah.
The in-game animation is not that.
nah.
Ah, okay.
The artwork is really good though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
A still frame
This
on
is what
any part of
draws
Hades is a
me.
good
get
is
it.
a good still frame.
It's only for
But yeah, no,
PC, right?
No, it's maybe actually. I assume because Supergiant has some stuff out on consoles. I assume it's out on the everything.
Let me check. Real quick. We might be able to solve poor Leek Deer's problem here.
No. Don't.
It's on the Switch, Mac OS, Windows. So yeah, Switch and PC.
Oh, okay.
No, see, I can't play it.
Oh. Feels bad, man.
Well, it's finally coming to
Yeah.
1.0. I imagine sometime in the coming year they will announce
It might be a PlayStation play.
broadening the pool. Yeah, exactly. They could have been aware of the next gen and just been waiting.
How far'd you get?
I'll be able to play it on PC eventually.
Oh yeah, true. I mean, to be
So-
fair, it's not very graphically intensive, but you obviously your PC at the moment, it's not exactly.
It's half of PC.
Yeah.
A laptop is half of it.
Yeah, I
Oh,
would
that's more
recommend it. I
like
think you're
quarter
making
of a
the right
PC, really.
choice. I think you're making the right choice on waiting then. I got
I'm
as
waiting.
far as Theseus and the Bull.
Oh, that's as far as I've
I forget
gotten.
his name. Yeah,
The Minotaur.
yeah. I contemplated on just actually hunkering down and getting through the story because this isn't even hell mode where things are actually hard.
Oh yeah.
I just have boomer hands, and bloody Athena wouldn't turn up.
Oh, it feels bad, man. Athena
give me a
shows up like
dash,
on
please.
Athena shows up on like every one of my runs, man.
I've had people
Oh, is there
kind
conditions?
of random as far as I'm
Yeah.
aware.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm always happy to see Athena. I'm always happy to see Artemis because I really fancy the bow and the spear, and crit chance up is great. A Daedalus hammer is always great,
Yeah.
and if I'm if I'm super good on health, I don't even mind really seeing Cosmos. Not Cosmos, God damn it. Chaos.
Chaos, yeah.
Too much Final Fantasy.
Ugh. Um, I only use the gun because it's easy mode.
Mm-hmm.
While I like the game, I can't, like for the first couple of days I had it, I was able to sit there and like grind out a bit, but I've got to play video games, man. I've got too many video games to be playing video games.
Understandable.
What about you,
Well,
Leek? What'd you play?
I played Among Us. Now, everyone's played Among Us, but I was excited, especially for the playthrough I went through the other day with the group of mates, was that it was a new map that I'd never played before, and it reminded me. It was a spitting image of the research base from The Thing. I felt validated because I have a theory.
You have a theory?
I have a theory.
I've
Yeah.
heard this theory.
So
It's a good theory.
I've told them all about it. So like, Among Us is like the prequel of the prequel of The Thing from 2011.
What?
Because it's just a bunch of aliens, right? All of them, everyone in the crew members are all aliens, and they're all in a spacecraft hurtling through space. And then the Thing enters this spacecraft of the crew members and is the imposter, destroys them all. This spacecraft eventually crashes down to Greenland in the Antarctica, like research facility where all the Norwegians find initially in the movies, and that's where it all comes from. You're welcome. That's my theory.
Okay.
Having recently watched The Thing, I like this theory.
I don't know if I've watched The Thing.
I will link this one. Excuse me.
I've watched so many movies. I don't like. When you say The Thing, you know what I think about?
Go on then.
Fantastic Four.
I'm so
Oh.
sorry.
Yeah.
That's not the thing I was talking about. That movie, Fantastic Four, would be an entirely different story if it was that thing.
That's what I think about when I think of The Thing. So.
I see. No. Like the original movies was from the 80s, I think, 1982.
Yeah.
And
I don't
then
know
there's
if
the
it's
2011 movie. Huh?
I don't know if it's official, but Among Us is very obviously somewhat based off of it.
Okay.
Like, it can't.
I mean, the map looks exactly like it reminds me of the space, like not the space, the research facility, except for the climate's different. There's a volcano there instead. I guess they couldn't get too close. Yeah. I was clapping my hands. I was very excited.
All right. Yeah. I guess I'll have to look at the thing and see if I remember it or not. Cause.
Yeah, there's two movies.
The Thing. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Frankly, I don't recommend the prequel, but that's just me.
Thing.
Yeah, the prequel's a prequel. But
Oh, is that Patrick Swayze?
No,
yeah,
it's,
that's the one you want. Oh no, Russell.
No,
Russell.
it's
I should know this.
Did you say Russell Crowe?
Oh, it's Kurt Russell.
No, I didn't say freaking Russell. Kurt Russell, thank you. I didn't say
Russell.
Russell Crowe.
It's Escape from New York. Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Every time I think of Russell Crowe, I either go to The Gladiator or freaking Les Miserables.
Oh yeah.
And I'm Javert.
Singing.
Well, actually, recently I watched. Actually, speaking of musicals, I think I've recently watched Greatest Showman. That's actually a pretty damn good movie. And
I've yet to see it. I have access to it, just haven't gotten onto it yet.
Hugh Jackman's pretty good.
That he is.
And
He can sing. He actually was in musicals before his movie career.
He was in Les whatever the fucking Les
That is actually not a very good. That's
Yeah.
actually not a very good representation of what he's capable
Yeah.
of. I don't know why he did what he did.
He has a stage voice. I don't know what they did. Jean Valjean.
Well, the real issue. I'm sorry. Quick tangent. The biggest issue for Valjean in Les Mis with Hugh Jackman was that he did the bodybuilder, the Wolverine thing, where he like fucking water fasted for like 2 days and then sang live.
Oh God.
Oh, to get
What?
that emaciated look. Is that
Yeah,
why?
to be completely jacked but really tiny. Yeah, he did that, and then I can't imagine not drinking water and then trying to do something as vocally intensive as that.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, they put a lot of actors in that film put their bodies through hell. Like, what's her name?
Oh,
Oh God,
Anne
what is
Hathaway.
wrong with my brain today?
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yes, she starved. There's a very good interview with her. She essentially starved herself for that role just to get the look right. And
Yeah.
the interview was like commenting on her figure and going, "Wow, you looked amazing." She's like, "I was practically dying. I was meant to look like I was on death's door." And then there was an awkward pause.
It's like,
I have no idea how she managed to get the song out of herself because, again, what she did was dangerous and really harmful to
Yes.
her.
Yeah.
Well, more than just her body,
Yes.
which it was, also her voice. The only one there who was sane amongst the principal cast, as far as I'm aware, is Samantha Box because she's actually Eponine in the London well, at the time, in the London company.
Yes. Yes.
Actually, I take that back. I guess Redmayne and Seyfried, Amanda Seyfried, I think was Cosette. Those two were fine because they were playing themselves, but Eddie Redmayne sings like a frog, and I will take that to the death.
Hear more in our next podcast where we talk about musicals and actors.
Right, yeah, back to
Hey, I don't mind,
then.
you know.
I played a couple of games this week. I played more Hyrule Warriors, and I actually plan on finishing that game this week, even though
Excellent.
I don't think I'm far enough to be like, oh, I'm one session away or whatever, but I have the next 4 days off, so I'm gonna like just kind of zerg it down. So there's probably a lot more characters than I thought there were in this game. I know of 2 post game characters. I just know one of them is Egbert. But I got fucking Tetsu. He's a Korok, a tree.
Hestu.
There we go. Yeah, Hestu. A tree with fucking maracas.
Yeah.
I got him.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, he's got maracas. And I played him once, and I was like, yeah, probably not playing this character. Because he is weird.
He does strike me as the Tingle of this game.
Yeah.
Oh, Tingle. Is he a character?
No, he's
probably
not
a
as...
Dynasty Warriors thing.
He's not as weird as Tingle.
Okay.
It's just that he's the gimmicky, weird, out of place character.
Alright. Okay, comedy relief.
I don't know what other character. Like I said, I haven't looked because I don't want to be like super spoiled on who I get to play as. But I did get Hesto, and so I think I'm just gonna zerg the story these next couple of days, see how fast I can get through it. But apparently there's apparently a lot of content in this game. Especially like
the first game was chocked full of it.
Like with a lot of there's like a lot of post game stuff. So I probably won't do much post game. But I will definitely get through the story so I can better talk about that. I played.
Oh, before you move on, did you see the video I sent you with the horse?
You sent me a video with the horse?
Yeah, in this channel. It's like you can hide Link behind the horse, and then the weapon won't be able to target you at all.
Yes. I don't know if that works in
okay, I see it.
Age of Calamity.
Oh my god.
No, it's a Breath of the Wild thing, I think.
Oh yeah, that's definitely Breath of the Wild. Okay, yeah. Oh wow. Huh. That's
Yes, for the benefit of the audio, I sent him a video of essentially Link being able to evade any laser beams, any pew pew pews, by hiding behind his horse and using them as cover and being invisible from the enemy.
I would do that, but I have to learn to get good and reflect laser beams. So I must learn
You don't
this.
need to, just use a horse.
Oh no,
No.
you need to do it at least once.
Yeah, you
Oh.
have to reflect laser beams. I'm trying to
I
think of
guess you
their.
do have to get good then.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, I reflected laser beams when I played like the first 2 hours of Breath of the Wild. But I was in Texas and I was doing other things other than playing video games while I was there. So, what else did I play that isn't COD? By the way, I played COD, bought COD.
Which one, by the way?
Black Ops Cold War.
Ah, okay.
It's a pretty good game. I'd say it's. See, I haven't played all of the CODs from Black Ops to now. I've played Black Ops 1, Black Ops 3, and I want to say Infinite Warfare maybe. And then I've got Cold War. I started the campaign. It's about you versus the Russians or the Soviets.
You know,
So
the Cold War.
yeah, it's about the Cold War. Trying to stop nuclear war. That's pretty nice. So that the story actually has multiple endings apparently. And what you do during the storyline will affect the endings that you get, and you have to collect like evidence as you're doing the story to to have certain outcomes and all that. So that's pretty nice. I thought that's cool. I've been playing. I over the weekend I just played nothing but Nuketown 24/7. Because it's like double EXP weekend.
So that answers the question. Do you own this game, or are you playing someone else's copy?
Oh, I own this game.
So this is your game, okay?
Yes, I dropped the $60 for it.
It's interesting. I've not played a COD game for a while. I guess we did the beta of which Call
4?
of Duty was it that we did the beta in?
It was 4.
Yeah,
It was either 4 or
did
3.
The Battle Royale.
Yeah.
That was neat. It had been a long time because I played Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and then I just never touched the series again, except for that, like, 2 days on the beta.
I played Modern Warfare a lot, like the original Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare 2 a little bit. I didn't touch 3. Black Ops 1, I played the crap ton of Black Ops 1. I prestiged like maybe 7 times in Black Ops and Black Ops 1.
Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 1 felt so good to play.
Then I didn't touch 2. I think I played 3. I can't. Is there a Black Ops 4? I can't remember.
I have no idea. You're asking the wrong chat, I think.
Yeah, there is a Black Ops 4. I think Black Ops 4 is what we played the beta for.
Dude, Aqua, what do we look like? People who should know things about video games? God.
Yeah, man. There's so many Call of Duties, man. It's not even funny. Anyway, Cold War, pretty damn good. M16 Rex, by the way. It's broken. You can one burst somebody with the M16. Yeah, it's that busted. I have like a 1.61 KDA in it. I've maybe went 2 matches going below 1 KDA, and I usually pretty suck at Call of Duty games. So that was great. I'm trying to think. I didn't play League this week because I've been playing Call of Duty. So kind of just swapped out League for Call of Duty.
I genuinely forget you still play that game.
Well, like I said, I only play League with friends. I think that's all I played.
No WoW this time.
No, I don't have my that I dropped my subscription for a while.
Hmm.
Oh, I did play a little bit of Genshin Impact. Blah 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 blah.
Nah.
No, I didn't really do anything. I collected some Geoculuses and then turned the game off because of brain spiders. Like, I was so like into Genshin when it came out, but every time I turn it on, I'm just like, I don't really want to play. So I think I just might be over Genshin in general.
I mean, in the long run, that's probably the safe for you option.
Yeah. I like watching people play Genshin, though. So that's nice. I think that's all I played this week. I can't. Yeah, because I removed WoW off my computer just to download Black Ops because it's like 80 gigs.
Can't wait for all the updates you have to sit through.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, they actually haven't been updating in this one that much. The only thing that they've actually been updating is like nerfing weapons. So that doesn't actually take a lot of space. But yeah, that's actually it. That's all I played this week. But I plan on this week hankering down on some. I need to finish a game in 2020. All right, I finished like 2 games in this year.
Those being.
Uh,
Voice.
7 remake and Spider-Man.
I mean, those are 2 pretty
Oh.
solid games to
Oh.
finish, to be fair.
Yeah.
And Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. So
Hmm.
so technically 4 games.
I mostly play. I mean, yeah, I finished 7, but I've also played games that don't really have an ending, so I can't really claim
Yeah.
anything like that.
You haven't beaten Among Us yet?
You haven't
No,
reached endgame in
I'm
Among Us?
I'm really bad at being the imposter. The funniest moment, I guess, or the most awkward, I guess, was like I stabbed someone and then the other person accidentally came around the corner they were off view just as I was murdering someone, and they immediately reported me, obviously, and they started detailing what I'd done, and I just turned around and said, "Oh, that's funny because you just described exactly what I saw you do," and they just started going, "What?"
I
They
love
broke
doing
down.
that. I did that. Okay, so when I was playing with Ethos, like 2 weeks ago, or was it 2 weeks ago? It's a couple weeks ago. We were playing with Ethos, Matt, Dan, and a couple of Ethos' friends, and
Yeah.
yeah, you were there with that one.
I was
Yeah,
there too.
yeah. It's been so long.
I'm still technically a mod on his server, and I don't know what to do. I'm just like peeking now and again.
Don't worry about it. I need to, because I'm gonna have to do a fucking community day without him. Because
Is he all right?
he's been having chronic fatigue, plus he's doing freelancing, so he's been like MIA
I see.
from his Discord for like
Yeah.
ever. But that's neither here nor there. That time where I kill who did I kill up in like the plant area. I don't know who I killed, but like Matt saw me like kill that person, and then I self-reported.
Yes.
Or either that or Matt reported. I think Matt reported actually, and then he was like, I just saw Aqua kill, and I'm like, that's funny because I was just seeing you kill that person. And then it turned out I killed him, and so like Ethos was just like, well, this is easy. We'll just vote Matt out, and then if it's not Matt, then we'll just vote Aqua out.
Matt, consistently the most sus.
Yeah.
One of the rounds that happened to me, like, was me and the other imposter. There was like the alarm where you have to do the special, like, fix this immediately or else you're dead type
Yeah,
of thing.
sabotage stuff.
So we all ran that way, like both the imposters too, and we were just pretending to do it while this other person did it, and then everyone immediately started suspecting us because we were together during that time for some reason, and they just said, okay, we'll just vote you off in the next round. We'll just vote the other person off, and done
Yeah.
is done. I was like, frick. So they voted that other person off. I tried to avoid some suspicion by also voting for them. I was like, well, sorry, but I gotta, self-preserve here. But yeah, they still suspected me anyway. So I was like, oh, fuck it. I was killing everybody as soon as I could. I became very reckless.
Yeah, Among Us is fun. Man, I'm
Yeah.
Oh my god, oh god, Dalit. Okay, never.
Impasta.
I'm gonna edit.
Mania.
I'm gonna edit that into the thing.
It was just the way Leek said
Oh,
it.
I'll tell you what. Really? Okay. Well, no, there is this rock in that like research facility
There
map.
sure is.
And I was just
already know what
running.
you're going to say.
Yeah, I was running past this rock, and my report button flashed. I was like, "Wait a second, no!" And I ran around the rock a bit, and then I ran back, and then my report button flashed again, and I just stood there looking around. I couldn't see a visible body, and I was like, "Wait a second!" So I walked slowly down to the rock until it becomes transparent, right? And sure enough, there's half a body. I'm like, "Huh."
Oh,
So you can hide bodies on that map.
Yeah, you can.
it's really good. Yeah, but that's all we played this week. Let's get into the news. So first we have on the list is a lot of outlets are reporting that the PS5 is outperforming the Xbox, and Microsoft doesn't know why. Like, how do you not know why?
No, easy. You're
Yeah.
lying.
You're lying.
Microsoft went, "What? How?"
But how? Nani?
I mean, this is what happens when you put all of your fucking fun bucks into teraflops and like none into actual R&D.
Yeah, nothing in the actual optimization and all that. It just proves that, like, while Microsoft might have announced the Series X, Project Scarlet, first before Sony announced the PS5. PS5 was definitely in development for probably a lot longer, and they got their dev kits out a lot faster for developers to get their hands on it and start developing games on it.
That's
So-
currently the tale we're being told, yeah, that devs likely had longer with the PS5, and it's why they're just better optimized for that console. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's a give or take on both consoles, too, because some games work really good on Xbox and some games work really good on PS5. I mean, like, the performance between each systems are not that different.
Insofar as I'm aware, and I haven't done as much testing as I would have done this time last generation, the PS5 and Xbox are more or less identical, with the exception of, I think, the Xbox. The Xbox handles ray tracing a bit better.
Yeah.
And it's really only noticeable as well if you're one of the people who play in like 140, is it 120? 140. No, it is 120. 120 frames per second, because then there will be dips. And even though it's above 60, if you fluctuate between
You can
frame
see.
rates, you're going to feel it.
Yeah, you're going to feel it.
Yeah.
So honestly, if you were
been-
able to lock it all at 60, you'd never know the difference between the two.
Mm-hmm.
I've been waiting for that Gamers Nexus guy to review the Xbox like he did the PlayStation, but he hasn't been able to grab one yet, which is a shame because he really like gets down to every single hardware testing, testing each element of it.
When you also take in consideration like the supply for Xboxes as well, Microsoft is actually known to not manufacture as many of the consoles as like Sony would. Um,
Oh.
they are because back when the 360 came out, they only like manufactured like 300,000 uh, units in America right at launch.
Well, they're just not expecting the
They always
units to sell.
undershoot it. They always undershoot it so they can. I guess they can show that they gained more money out of it.
Oh, right.
Um,
It does feel very investor focused when they do that. Yeah,
yeah.
Nintendo
Uh,
is the absolute king of that. Speaking of,
with the
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we did mention, yeah.
with the Xbox One, or it was either the Xbox One or the Xbox One X, they only did 900,000 at launch. Um, so they're known for undershooting their amount at the beginning, but then overall creating a lot more units towards the end. Um, while Sony is known for dropping as many units as they can out, um, just so just so they can hopefully meet the demand. This is a little different because of the big sicky and uh, there not being enough. There's just not being enough units, and not to mention with the bunch of scalpers. So
yeah.
Well, like in comparison with the PS5, I am still waiting on to see how actual consumers, not just reviewers, and that handle the memory heatage. You know, the temperature. Because I found another person who was examining it all as notebookcheck.net. They also clocked the temperature to be uncomfortable. Was
If
it
I had
199.94 Fahrenheit on bottom memory model?
yeah, that's for that one specific memory stick
Yeah.
or section that it's really close to like the actual the metal plating, and I think that's the reason why it superheats. But as Gamer Nexus said, that they probably got a certificate stating that there's probably isn't going to be too much of a problem going down the road.
yeah, if I had to
Yeah.
guess, this is not going to be a problem for a normal every like for a couple of hours at a time user. Like these feel like things that come
Yeah.
about during stress tests or truly
So
extended
you say that.
playtimes.
So there was a concern that for countries at the hottest months of their seasonal like summer, because it differs on the hemisphere, right?
Sure.
But like Australia, India, Brazil, they can like rise above 95 Fahrenheit, right? They were worried about the PS5 in those countries at that time. So we really hope that the software for the fan update is gonna help out.
Well, yeah.
Cause
I mean, like Gamer Nexus also said, he said the cooling for the pretty much the rest of the console is actually really good. So there might not be a problem in too much, especially just with that one memory stick heating up so much.
yeah,
Um, they probably did stress test it, and they probably did notice that that one memory thing does heat up a lot. But again, they most likely got a certificate saying that it probably won't be too much of a problem, especially for people that are like just game like 3 to 4 hours a day.
yeah. I will see. I mean, people who own the console are very good at finding problems out.
Oh yeah. Oh, people that buy the first
Only
round of
time will tell.
people that buy the first round of consoles are beta testers anyway.
Sad but true.
So yeah. Next, Phil Spencer. I had an interview and talked about his opinion on the PS5 controller, and he says he's really impressed with it. He actually really likes it. He talks about the adaptive triggers and the haptic feedback. He says Sony's been really innovative with this line of controller this time around.
Yeah, I like Phil. I think Phil gets a lot of flack for being, well, having to be so biased towards Microsoft, what with it being his job. But I think he's pretty likable, and it was good to see him in this case, like just be very very transparent about the fact that it is a very impressive piece of hardware,
Yeah, and I can't
and
wait to get my
I
hands
would
on
look
it.
forward, yeah, I would look forward to seeing that in Microsoft products come the next couple of years.
Oh, did you hear what they're doing with the next round of PlayStation VRs? By the way,
No,
I have not.
do tell.
they're
I do
put
know that the current round are not available for anything but backwards compatibility, so this was
yeah,
inevitable.
yeah. Well, they're putting haptic feedback in the VR.
What, on their face?
Yeah,
Ooh,
Interesting.
ooh, interesting choice.
I mean that's the
Yes.
choice. That's the choice.
Bold gamer move.
Vibrate my face. Go on.
So like you'll get
I
to
said.
feel the sensations on your face while you're playing the. I mean, it's gonna
I'm
be.
assuming.
Go ahead.
There you go first.
Oh,
You.
it's gonna be within the headset and with the controllers as well. So
Yes.
you're gonna be able
Yes.
to feel. Oh, and they're looking at better finger movement, like better being able to notice finger movement. So you'll be able to do that as well.
Yeah. I mean, like, your skin is the biggest organ on your body, so I'm imagining even light vibrations on on your cheek or something is gonna freak you out, especially with horror games and stuff. Like it's gonna add to the whole like
Imagine
sensation when you're like hearing something from the corner of you're from one side, and then you also feel the vibration of it too. It's gonna make me jump. I can imagine it.
imagine like walking through a hallway and you feel like goop fall on your face in a horror
Oh
movie.
Oh no,
no!
I was thinking like, oh, the breeze picked up and a sudden gust of wind.
No.
No gooping
Aqua's out
people.
here talking about getting facials.
No. Just imagine you're playing Resident Evil 2, all right? And the
Uh,
fucking liquor goop just like
Ugh,
or the
oh
tongue like
no!
starts like
I don't like this.
Oh, I can't
No, I
wait.
really don't like this.
I can't wait.
No, that's creepy, man.
Um well, we can move on to our next song and you can tell me if you like this or not. A a this came out of left turn, like left field, out of nowhere last
It
week.
sure did.
A Saudi company owned by one of the one of the crown princes out there bought bought SNK, which
Oh,
if
was it
people don't know,
finalized? Was it actually finalized?
yeah, like they just straight out bought the
Goodness
all
gracious.
like the shares for it, like the majority shares for it. So they now own King of Fighters and whatever else SNK makes.
So yeah, SNK has a really wonky backlog, yeah, because they are in fact more than just King of Fighters, except not really. There's King of Fighters, there's Metal Slug, and there's Samurai Showdown, which are the current IPs that are existing now. But SNK has a huge backlog of like sports related titles and just random IPs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bought out by a major Chinese holdings firm in 2016, right? So did they buy it from this Chinese firm?
They just
I
bought
guess they'd
them.
have to.
I mean, so I'm assuming I'm pretty sure SNK is on the is on the market. Like it's a public company. So
Right.
so as long as as long as like if the people that hold the majority of the shares have them up for sale, and they can just outright go and buy the majority shares for the company, and then in turn they own the company. Um,
See, so it's like the game industry biz said, like, is it Mohammed bin Salman? Charity Foundation was set to buy 51% stake in SNK. The electronic games development company, a subsidiary of the foundation, had already invested about, oh god, 113 million reals, which is what? $223 million in SNK. And that gives a 33.3% share in the company at present, with an agreement to buy another 17.7% of shares in the future, bringing it to stake to 51% and valuing SNK at roughly $670 million. Wow.
Yeah, they apparently really wanted this company.
So
Yeah.
I'm having a thought personally here. I don't think they gave a shit about SNK. I think they wanted a game studio, a game company, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think they really cared about which one. I would imagine going forward with an SNK, you will probably still see the titles that have kept them afloat for the last X amount of years. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw random new IPs come out.
Yeah.
Because this purchase seems strange to me. SNK is, I mean, I guess it's profitable enough to have continued existing, but this is not one of the studios, one of the publishing houses, one of the companies in general. If you gave me an option to buy, I would just immediately say yes. I don't know that I would in general, to be honest, but I'd have to look at their financial reports over the last few years. This was a fairly nobody company because they were so niche into the fighting game side of things, and fighting games are in and of themselves a niche genre. Come at me, FGC.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
this is wild.
yeah. I actually expect a bunch of random new IPs come out of this company, since they're just going to be massively funded by. So like the companies like
The
what
Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia.
the
Benny.
yeah
But
the
he's like
company.
the
Yeah,
one.
he's the majority shareholder. The Crown Prince is the majority shareholder of the company that bought him out.
Right.
So technically, he
Yeah,
pretty
Mohammed
much
bin
did
Salam.
fund
I
it.
mean, he's been in the news a lot for various reasons that we probably shouldn't get too deep into.
Yeah.
I'm surprised to see was it he or a charity in his name that did this? Because I'm just trying to wrap my mind around why this is owned by the Crown Prince.
I don't know. Like the company is called EDCG or something like that. And he holds the majority shareholders in of that company. So I guess technically, I don't know if it was his decision to do it or they had like a board meeting was like, hey, we should probably buy a video game company.
I mean, I guess it's a way to branch out and especially have some kind of reach into the West. I mean, they've certainly tried it with the WWE to varying levels of success. I guess this is the next big thought. It's just weird to me.
Yeah, I mean, hey, man, more if they're gonna make games, they're gonna like make them like make more games, whatever. That's fine with me. I like to see more new IPs. So here you go. Update. Let's see. Update. SNK sells 33% interest to the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. So it's just 33%. So he doesn't own the majority. Um, but he does have a decent portion of the shares, the stocks.
Hmm.
Yeah, while this wouldn't constitute control of the company, the report states it would place Saudi Arabia's Mohammed bin Salman with the highest percentage of ownership of the organization. So he has the highest percentage, but it's not the majority shares. So yeah. Anyway, I mean, hey man, more funding for this company, I guess. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So next is okay. So last week we stated that, or I was given some information that there is a possibility that Bluepoint will be running a Metal Gear and/or Metal Gear Solid remake, and that Kojima Productions would be creating a Silent Hill like reboot or a next gen Silent Hill game.
Yes. I am what the kids say pogging right now.
Pogging, yes. Those rumors are shooting up a lot now. Like, so Young Air reported that the person that leaked God of War Ragnarok before it was announced is also one of the ones leaking that Kojima is working on a Silent Hills revival, and that Bluepoint is working on a Metal Gear Solid remake. Now, the thing that I got said it was Metal Gear 1 and 2, not Metal Gear Solid. So I wonder if this is like, I wonder if like there's like miscommunication going around, because it's Metal Gear and Metal Gear Solid has been very like, when you say Metal Gear Solid, you think of Metal Gear Solid, but like some people say Metal Gear Solid and actually mean Metal Gear. So,
and honestly, if they're like remaking a set of games, like I love 1 and I like 2, I would love to see Metal Gear 1 and 2 redone.
Yeah.
That would
They
be
Sean
brilliant.
Connery's picture. I think Kurt Russell as well. They used, I can't remember,
Escape from New York.
deleted versions of them.
Yeah, well, it'd be a thing.
So
I don't think the Connery estate would be into that right now.
What
like,
Young?
Slightly isometric top down, right? Of
Oh,
of
this is good.
gameplay,
Yeah.
as it's side
Oh, this
scroll.
obviously wouldn't be that though.
Yeah. It was isometric top down.
Yeah, I know. The remake you wouldn't do that, yes.
Yeah.
But the original was.
Yeah, the original was. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what Young Air reported on was there was a podcast that had the guy that did the God of War Ragnarok leak. He also stated that Bluepoint has been working on this Metal Gear Solid remake for the past 3 years. So there's a chance that that's gonna be released soon and or announced soon. And the word on the street is that the Silent Hills revival by Kojima Productions will be announced at the Game Awards this coming 10th.
So, a couple of things to keep everyone's, hype in check, including my own. This is like fourth-hand information, and there is nothing to confirm this, and there are actually several things to deconfirm this, but it comes from a bunch of people who would lie about it anyway, so that makes that difficult. But also, yeah, no, this would be great. My goodness.
Don't
Game
give me
Awards
hope.
are in 10 days.
Yep.
And Keighley is so in love with Kojima.
Yeah, they're boyfriends, man.
Well, Keighley's in love with Kojima. Kojima's in love with Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's
true.
complicated.
Yeah.
It's a try.
Actually,
So, I mean,
speaking of Mads Mikkelsen, he's replacing Johnny Depp as Grindelwald.
I
Oh,
do,
that.
and I'm confused. Not because he's replacing it, because it's a job, but I'm mostly just surprised with that series going forward. It was not well received.
I mean, money
Wow.
makes stuff happen. So, I think
This is true.
I think a third movie was already funded. So,
Very likely, very likely.
yeah. Anyway, since Keighley loves Kojima, there's like a 100% chance that if Kojima is working on a Silent Hills revival, that Keighley has the first dibs on having it on his show.
Oh yeah, I imagine he would 1000% fight for that.
I mean, to be fair, Kojima loves Keighley as well.
He does.
Best buddies. So,
BFFs.
Kojima's like, "Hey, you wanna announce my my Silent Hills thing?" Yeah. So anyway, look forward to that. 10 days. 10 days. Obviously, temper your expectations. There's a chance that it doesn't happen. There's a chance that this is all just dust in the wind. But if it is happening, it will happen in 10 days. So look forward
Please
to
be
that.
real.
I know,
Please
please be real.
I mean, on one hand, I don't want to spend the almost $600 to get a PS5 and all the other stuff I need around it, but I really want these games to exist.
Yep. Man. So next, we got word. Actually, we got word the day that we recorded. That PSO2 New Genesis is gonna have a stream on December 19th.
Oh, interesting.
They haven't said what they're gonna show really. But I'm just assuming it's gonna be more gameplay, more updates on what the game looks like. And probably, hopefully, maybe release date. Might be release date. That'd be nice. I can't wait for New Genesis. Next, we have the awards for the Golden Joystick Awards, and we have the results for this. And it looks like Last of Us Part 2 won quite a decent amount of awards. Let's see, they won Best Storytelling, which I don't agree with. Best visual design, which I guess I can agree with. They won Best Audio. Naughty Dog won Studio of the Year. And it won Game of the Year. Or it won PlayStation Game of the Year. Did it win actual Game of the Year?
Probably.
I don't think there is a Game of the Year.
So, I mean...
There's a Studio of the Year. Naughty Dog got that.
Yeah, it's Studio, yeah.
So, I mean, a couple of things. Things one, congratulations. The nice things, the golden joysticks.
You might repeat that again. You cut out on my end.
Right. Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
So, two things. First, congratulations, Naughty Dog and Last of Us team, specifically for winning all of the nice things. And thing two, holy crap, they literally won everything.
I wouldn't say everything, but
Like,
they won a lot of it.
They won. I think they won everything The Last of Us 2 was eligible to take.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Fall Guys won 2 things, I think, and then Hateful won, and also Minecraft. Best community.
They won Ultimate Game of the Year, so yes, they won Game of the Year. Most wanted game was God of War Ragnarok. So.
Okay. Critics' Choice was Hades.
Yeah.
Outstanding contribution to the gaming industry. Okay.
Wait, would you say outstanding contribution to the gaming industry? The gaming industry.
Sure, let's just
give it to the gaming industry.
the gaming industry, totally a monolith.
Yeah, best performance.
Best performer was Sandra Saad, who did Kamala Khan.
So I take it back. It clearly didn't win everything. Now, I've actually looked up stuff for. I mean, we love bashing on Avengers. I do always. I think I get an immense amount of joy for it. But its cast was amazing. Its cast continues to be amazing with Kate Bishop, and Sandra Saad as Kamala Khan was fantastic. Admittedly, this is probably one of the few things that I would have given Last of Us. So it is genuinely surprising to see Kamala come out on top, and very telling to the performance that Sandra gave. So very good for her.
Yeah. Let's see. PC the Game of the Year went to Death Stranding. I'm actually pretty surprised on that one.
Mobile game didn't go to Genshin. It went to Lego Builders. Huh.
Well, that feels weird.
Yeah, well, Genshin will probably get it on the Game Awards.
That's true. This is a separate awards list to the Game Awards.
Yeah.
You can still vote for that, by the way.
It should be noted, though, and this is very telling of our biases versus the biases at large. This Game Award was, I think, 90-10 player's choice, not critics. It was voted on by the public, not by a jury. Whereas the Game Awards is voted on by a jury of industry representatives and 10% participation from we, the
Yeah.
viewers.
Yeah. So Last of Us Part 2 will most likely win most of the stuff that it's been nominated for.
It's really interesting. I mean, Last of Us 2 seems to have done really well with the non-vocal minority. Apparently, there was a very large base that just enjoyed the hell out of it. And more power to them.
Yeah. Now, more power to Square Enix, because starting today, as of what we're recording, because right now it's 12:17 in the morning, December 1st for me, and it's December 1st in Japan, as Leek would like to say. Square Enix employees can now work from home permanently, starting today.
Yes.
That says a lot, because when the pandemic started, Square Enix was rushing, was running around with like a chicken with their head cut off, trying to figure out how to get people to work from home, because it delayed a lot of stuff. Like, they even mentioned that development stood still at Square.
That's how their infrastructure, because they wasn't in place for that kind of thing.
Yeah, hearing them talk about it afterwards was pretty rough. It really did seem like the company was caught with their pants down in a pretty bad way.
But it's good now. It seems like they have the internet infrastructure to send massive amounts of data from home to headquarters. So
my only concern is that I hope they've learned from Capcom. Wink, wink.
Yeah, and me and Leek were talking about this, and I 1000%, with every fiber of my being, believe that they have not.
Oh yeah,
and
no.
That they will absolutely have a security breach at some point, and then they will implement a strong security system.
Actually, I don't know. I don't know about that, because a lot of the heads over at SE, are really good friends with people over at Capcom.
Oh yes, I know. Most of the top dogs in, at least as far as I'm aware, in the Japanese gaming sector, they know each other. They are friends. They go out drinking together. I think as a business they won't care. I think they just have their habits and their practices that they believe is the correct way to do things, unless proven otherwise.
Yeah.
And SE hasn't been proven otherwise yet.
I've actually had a nosy on their recruitment page, in the Japanese recruitment page, and they're currently hiring system engineers and QA automation backend system programmers and technical QA testers and that kind of thing. So system engineer is interesting. We'll see if that's got to do with anything. But they're also away from the security side of things, they're also recruiting multiplayer battle designers and multiplayer content designers.
I wonder what that'll be for.
I wonder. I went,
Square
also CG designer as well, but that could be for a lot of things.
Everything, yeah.
Multiplayer battle designer and content designer.
Square doesn't make very many multiplayer games,
but they do make a lot of games.
Yeah.
So something may be eluding us.
You know what's not eluding us? A game that I didn't even know existed. Mech Warriors 5. It's gonna be out in spring 2021. What is Mech Warriors 5? I'm assuming it's a Warriors game, but with mechs.
That's fair.
It's an old series. It's been out for ages.
Yeah. I just looked at a few screenshots for it, and honestly, that is kind of like what it looks like. It literally looks like a Musou game, but with mechs.
Gosh, the first game came out in '89. It's an old
that series
series.
is older than me.
Oh my god.
Let me watch this trailer.
Yeah, no. It's so old.
Let me watch this trailer. There's actually a site up for it. Yeah, actually.
I think it's the tabletop version of it as well, because I remember back in university I was painting some models for fun. Because I like mechs. Mechs are cool.
Oh, is this a Musou game?
It's
I'm
also called.
unfamiliar with it. And,
Yeah, it's in the BattleTech universe. If that's familiar with you.
oh, that is familiar.
Not familiar with
There you
me.
go.
Tell us, Dalit. What is familiar about this?
I just think that name is the name I'm familiar with in terms of the giant mech-based turn-based
Oh,
strategy
yeah.
video game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
BattleTech
I
is a
know
war.
of BattleTech.
BattleTech is a wargaming, a military science fiction franchise. So WizKids did something with it as well, and
it's
then a company called Tops, and then Chris Catalyst Games Labs did it too. They did something with it.
it's a
But
vehicle simulation.
that kind of,
I mean, yes, I guess, but that feels kind of dishonest.
That's what the
Yeah.
genre is. That's what it
like I
says.
said, I mentioned like BattleTech is also board games and stuff too. So you actually have little models.
More money to throw at models, like with Warhammer. Just paint
No,
your
if you
little
play
mech
Warhammer,
models.
you don't have money to throw at models.
Oh yeah, true. No, if you play Warhammer, you do have money to throw at models because you're throwing them at Warhammer models.
That's
Yeah.
fair. That's a better way of phrasing it.
And
Yeah.
BattleTech is his own franchise in video games as well.
Yeah.
It's turn based.
That's nice. I wanted to like.
That's nice.
I mean, I'm not into really like mech stuff, but like, I also wanted to point out, Dalit, why is it that all Dynasty Warriors games sucks, but every Dynasty Warriors-esque game that branches off from Dynasty Warriors is better than Dynasty Warriors?
So I can answer this actually in a super biased way. If you made the same game 9 times, after the fifth or sixth time, your game would suck too. Meanwhile, if you're given any amount of spice to change up the flavor, suddenly you are inspired. Like
Okay.
seriously, and I agree with you because Dynasty Warriors hasn't really been great since like 5 or 6. Like it's been the same thing. There's been things that make combat maybe feel smoother, or maybe they add a little something. But honestly, boom, they start working with Nintendo to crank out these Warrior titles using other IPs with like other ideas, and suddenly, ooh, so much fun.
Yeah. Because I like watched people play. Okay, so when I watched Gigaboots play Dynasty Warriors 9 for like that 5 minutes, I was like, how does anybody play it? This game looked like it was like didn't need to be released. Like
So,
people were
not-
disappearing.
Yeah, 9's a special beast. 9 is their first attempt to change up the formula and prove to us that they have no idea what they're doing.
I was like, I looked at it and I was like, man, this looks bad. But I did watch them play. I think it was maybe Dynasty Warriors 3. I mean, it looked all right, but those types of games, I'm like, I can play a Musou game if it's based off like a franchise I like, but if it's a Musou game just like to be a Musou game, then because that's what I view Dynasty Warriors as. I view Dynasty Warriors as it's a Musou game. Oh, it's because fucking Dynasty Warriors has made 9 games, and so after 9 games, your games end up being shit anyway. So, which is a testament because Kingdom Hearts is the same thing.
Yeah, it's just getting creatively burnt out.
Yeah. Yeah, I was saying that I can't play Musou games if they're just a Musou game for being the sake of a Musou game. Like, I can't play Dynasty Warriors because Dynasty Warriors is the Warriors genre. Like that's like what the Warriors genre is like. Those games are specifically made because they're made to be that specific genre. But I can play games like Hyrule Warriors, or I could probably play games like Persona 5 Scramble because they're part of a franchise that I actually like. They're just made in the way of a Warriors game.
And moreover, they take the foundation of a Warriors title, and they make adjustments to make it more palatable to an audience that needs more than just kill 100 people in one sword stroke.
Yeah, So, um, that was my question on that because I was like, I was watching people play Dynasty Warrior games. I'm like, I don't understand how people are like into this game. But then I look at other like Muso games that are made for like certain franchises, and I'm like, I can see how people like this, but I can't see how people like this. So it's one
For
of those.
Dynasty Warriors, it's, yeah, just a lot of nostalgia. Because again, we're 9 games deep at this point.
Yeah. Did Leek die again?
No, she's
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we talked about the PS5 temp thing, so I can go ahead and skip that.
Yes.
So, Dollar linked Sony's secret studio might be closed, and then linked another thing saying might still be open. So Sony's secret San Diego studio is in limbo right now, where we don't know if it's closed or open. It's open. It's open until it may be being closed.
Yeah.
I'm curious where each of these news sources got their info from because they are literally polar opposites.
Yeah, and they were about 11 or 12 hours apart. So one of this was just like a case of two people reading the same situation very differently. And there are two ways to read this situation. The Sony, not Santa Monica, Sony San Diego
Yeah.
has had some noticeable departures, and there's been lots of rumors going around about its current work in progress being canned. That has led a lot of people to believe that, well, this sounds like they're downsizing, and the studio's on the outs. Because
Possibility.
it's been a number of people leaving. However, on the other hand, there have been multiple people who have come out and said, "Hey, no, we're totally still working on this unnamed project that totally isn't an Uncharted game, and we still have staff here. We're not closing, despite that being exactly what it looks like from the outside."
Interesting. So the journalists went, one saw the cup half full, the other saw the cup half empty.
More or less, actually.
Yeah, pretty much.
And just being on the outside, frankly, we don't know which is the truth. So until we get a concrete answer to that, the answer is currently still running, I guess.
I just saw the because I read it and I was like,
so sorry.
I read it and it was like, oh, okay, that sucks. It's like Sony's a Sony studio is gonna close, and then you linked another one and all I saw was Leek say wait, and I like looked at the thing and I was like, Sony Studio still might be open. Like, wait, what?
So yeah, it's because I essentially linked them. I linked both of them knowing exactly what was happening, and Leek was just a bit faster on the draw than I was. I linked San Diego might be closing, and then I linked it's totally still open. I like immediately zeroed in on that, mild discrepancy. And I was like, no, I can explain. You do have to read both articles. But it was very confusing.
Get the story straight, news reporters. Yeah, that was funny.
Is it basically the case of they wanted a funny headline or they wanted a catchy headline?
Not even that. I think it's genuine confusion. I don't think anyone means to purposely be taken out of context. I think it's just a case of you've seen this kind of behavior in the industry before, and it usually is what comes just before a studio is shuttered. And another outlet said, well, we don't have that information yet, so there's been some sketchy stuff, but everything appears to still be going on there. So it was like a safe bet versus an actual guess. I don't think there was any malicious intent behind the studio's probably shuttering comment.
Yeah.
I kind of wish there was a third article that always says San Diego studio.
No, it's a simple case of Schrodinger's Sony studio. It's open and closed at the same time.
Until we see it, it is both alive and dead.
Yeah. So that was just funny. That was just funny to read.
Yeah.
So, non-surprising, Animal Crossing, New Horizons, topping sales again. This time over, finally beating the new Super Smash Bros. Game. or the newer Super Smash Bros. Game. I think that's what
Super
it's...
Mario.
Yeah, Super Mario.
Yeah, Super Mario Bros. I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Animal Crossing, keeping most people sane in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
It's certainly not a game for me, but there is so much to like just fundamentally like about the concept of that game.
Game hasn't even been out
Especially
a
in a
year.
year like this.
Game hasn't even been out a full year.
Oh, not even, yeah.
It's a bit
When did it drop? Like
ridiculous.
in March and April?
Yeah,
One of
end
those
of
months?
March. End of March is when it came out. I mean, I have the game, so, and I'm not one to really play these types of games, but I did. I played for like a month straight.
I respect Animal Crossing, but it is not a game for me.
6 million sales.
I love that
That
game.
is actually very impressive.
I love that game, but I'm also really terrified of accidentally forgetting to play it for a long time because that game also guilt trips you so much. You got villagers okay, where are you? I haven't seen you in such a long time. I thought you were dead. It's like, oh no, I'm so sorry. Or the last one, New Leaf, like you leave Isabel to like look after the town for you. She's like overworked and drinking whiskey now in this game. What's going on?
I haven't played since June. So
your Isabel must be in absolute shambles waiting for you to return.
I'm gonna go back and
I'm
there's gonna be weeds everywhere. Like
the cockroaches that invade your house.
Yeah, then when I have so many all of my residents are gonna leave.
Mm-hmm.
But it's okay. Because I got all what I needed out of that game. So my residents can go live a happy life on another island if they really want to. And this last bit of news, Leek was like, "Yay, Super Mario theme park
Yay!"
in Japan." Because
Haven't
we'll
been
never
to
get that
Osaka
here.
yet, but yay!
Because we'll never get that here.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I wish we could have giant Gundams like Japan does.
I would assume if there was
Yeah, I mean,
any
in
chance...
Universal.
Pick.
After you, my dear.
All right. Well,
All right.
like Universal Studios in Osaka, haha. They have like Harry Potter World, right, so far, and they have Water World. Does anyone remember that movie? And Backdraft ride in the New York area. Does anyone remember that movie?
Nope.
Holy heck!
Yes to
yeah,
both,
no.
and boy, oh boy, those are still up.
Yeah, they are. They got Spider-Man as well, which is the more obvious one. And what else? They have Minions, and they Terminator ride, and lots of Sesame Street stuff, and Snoopy as well, because that's very popular over here. And they got a limited time ride, which is Doraemon, which is the weird cat I was telling you about.
Yeah, it is weird.
The blue cat with the pocket and no ears.
It went from being adorable to very strange the more I learned about it.
Oh, you know what else?
Yeah.
Wait, did we talk about Neo Tui last week? Yeah, we did. We did talk about Neo Tui last week.
No? Did we? I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we talked about Neo Tui last week.
I don't think we did. I think we might have.
We might have. I don't know. Anyway, Neo Tui came out as well. Or not came out, but like got announced for summer next year. It's an action RPG game. And it looks pretty nice. I'm fairly certain we talked about it last week.
Entirely possible, and if we did, we're repeating it just to be sure. It deserves it.
Like, my weeks blend together so much, man. Oh. It feels bad. I would have put it in the description, I think. Perpetual Backlog Podcast, our lovely show that gets a lot of views. Maybe we didn't talk about it. Anyway, yeah, Neo Tui got announced. None of us played. I never played first Tui. Have you guys played first Tui? The world that ends with you.
Oh, we did talk about that. We did. Because I went on about the weird battle system.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did.
I just the abbreviated name just went over my head. It's like Tui.
Anyway, I'm actually interested. I watched more videos, or not more
Okay.
videos, but I watched more of the trailer. Man, that battle system's completely changed from the original, and I might actually really like it. So, it's an action RPG game, so that's gonna be nice.
Oh, did they clarify what was being changed? Because I
Oh
know they
yeah,
had to
it's
change the system.
3-dimensional action RPG. Like the original game
Yeah.
was a 2D
Yes. Yes.
almost top downish type game, um,
Yep. Yep.
or side
And then
scroller.
then for me it looked like Persona,
Yeah,
the new version.
yeah, it's like an action RPG Persona game. So I can't wait for that actually. But yeah, I think that's it. That's it that we have this week.
Yeah.
Not much this week, but next week.
Yeah, but the next 2 weeks are going to be pretty packed with information if it goes as we assume.
So
Mm.
how do we want to do next week? Because do we want to record on Monday next week? Because I know Dalit not like you're gonna get um Cyberpunk, right?
I sure am.
And
Well, we can
I-
wait for you to play it a bit.
because I know, me and Dalit need to get through it so we can.
Oh, you getting it as well, yeah?
Yeah,
I see,
yeah.
I see.
So we can do a spoiler cast on it.
Ah,
Yeah,
fair
mine
enough.
is already pre-ordered. It will pre-download when that goes live, and I will have that on release.
So I'm off the
Okay, well,
9th, 10th, and 11th that week. So I have 3 days of like no
What day
work
is
and
that?
no responsibilities to play Cyberpunk.
okay. I think D&D this week is getting called off.
Did I miss
Dalit,
something?
So you have. Yeah. It was in the Discord
I'll have to go reread through that.
because
I-
Matt can't play.
Okay, yeah,
again.
2 weeks missing that would be a shame.
Yeah.
So you'll have that day.
Oh, we'll
Well,
talk.
I won't,
We'll talk
because
about
this
it.
doesn't come out till next week.
Yeah, it comes out the 9th. So we're talking about.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
This is look. I'm actually looking at my calendar right now, and I've already mixed up the weeks, so
Yeah.
I'm useless.
Yeah, for me and Dalit, we'll be able to play it the 9th because we're gonna get it on PC.
I see.
It actually comes out the 10th, but for people that are getting it on Steam, they can play it the 9th.
That's been changed as of late. I mean, it doesn't change for us. We still get it on the 9th.
Mm-hmm.
But it turns out either there was miscommunication or something, but CD Projekt Red is launching Cyberpunk on the 10th Polish time. That's why we in the Americas are getting it early. I believe
Okay.
you're going to get it at 9 or maybe 8
9 what? PM?
p.m., I think.
Well, Polish time would be.
They're slightly ahead, aren't they? About
Yeah,
6
they're
or
slightly ahead.
Wouldn't they be okay? So where are they consider situated compared to Norway time? Because Norway is 6 hours ahead of me.
It would probably be an hour extra, I'd imagine.
So they're about 7 hours ahead of me. So Polish midnight would be.
Long story short, I have no idea when you're getting it. I'm getting it at 4.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're gonna get it at 4.
It makes sense that you would get it at 7, except that's
Yeah.
not what they had for East Coast time, which was strange to me.
It's Poland is GMT +1.
GMT plus.
Either way, ladies and gentlemen, find out your time as compared to the time in Poland, and you will have it. As for us in the chat, I'm going to link something to make this easy on all of us.
It's gonna be
So I
5
was, in fact,
apparently.
wrong.
It's gonna be
Oh,
5.
okay. Okay.
Or maybe not 5. GMT to EST converter. You know what? I'll look at it later. It doesn't matter. When I get it on Steam, it'll tell me.
Exactly.
So yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna play Hyrule Warriors this week. And try to get through that as fast as I can. So I can actually really talk about it. Then I'll probably play some COD because my friends want to play COD. So, what about you guys? But you.
I'm probably gonna play more Among Us because it's a scheduled thing now.
Oh.
Yeah, I play it with a bunch of folks I do artwork for because it's
Okay.
a content creator thingy. Yeah.
Oh
Um.
yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to them actually. Hehe. Renegade Evolution. They're a UK based folk. Anyway.
Oh, it's that group.
Yeah, it's that
Yeah.
group. Yeah, I do. I used to stream for them too, but my computer barked. But I might be running D&D for them in the future. I'm just plugging them all the way now.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know if they'll stream Among Us this time. We'll see.
Dollar?
But yeah,
Yeah,
I'll be
as for
playing that.
me, obviously Genshin, but I've been really taken with the release date of Hades. I'm gonna beat up on Hades himself, and I'm gonna go through on Hell mode to see what the new fancy schmancy things do.
Oh, can I spoil you something on Hell mode?
I mean, you can't spoil it. I've seen people play through it.
Oh, I was about to say there's like an extra phase with Hades on that mode,
Yeah.
and it's pretty dank. So watch out for that. Yeah.
It'll
So?
be fun.
Yeah. Well, we'll look forward to talking to you guys next week. Hopefully, there'll be some good news for everything. And yeah.
Oh, this week's gonna be so interesting.
Yeah, boy.
All right, you guys take care.
Bye. Wear a face mask.
Thank you for listening. If you like this content and want to see more, please like, favorite, and subscribe. Links to our Twitters are in the description.